Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody wants to have blinders on, see things from a distance, right? I'll donate to this charity that helps children in a developing part of the world, but I will ignore the children in my town that are going to school hungry every day. Because everyone's the hero of their own story, right?
Exactly.
Like, I saw a video of a woman threatening to get this family deported because they didn't want to give her a refund on this pizza. And the only reason she wanted a refund on the pizza was because they didn't speak English.
Oh,
it wasn't that the pizza was bad. So, like, the person who works there, one of the employees who works there, who speaks perfect English, was recording the whole thing. And the woman is like yelling about, like, you don't speak English, you don't belong here, you're illegal. And then she's like, you're going to record me? That's fine. I'm going to record you. So she starts recording and she's like, they're not giving me a refund. They're keeping me a hostage in here. And it's like, how do you think this is going to play out for you, lady? Like, I don't understand how in 2023, I understand how people are still shitty in 2023. I don't understand how people are still allowing themselves to be recorded being shitty.
Yeah.
How dumb do you have to be to not know that every single person around you is carrying a camera? And as soon as you start acting up,
they're gonna get it out and start recording you.
Yeah. Like, I'm afraid to pull a wedgie out when I'm walking the dogs for fear of what seeing it on the internet. Like, I don't even want to like correct Gozer when we're walking and he drags me down the street. Just in case, look, GVizzle's a dog abuser. No.
I've seen that happen. Quite a few cat accounts and stuff. People attack them for being animal abusers and things. There's nothing happening. Like, you vet their content, the cats are perfectly happy, and yet people are still coming for them.
Yeah, well, people come for everybody.
Yeah.
There's they have pet safe nail polish for people who want it. I don't get it, but that's fine. Chacun son goût. So there's pet safe nail polish. So this woman had posted a picture of her dog's nails beside her nails. They had similar colors of nail polish, and she said, "Our manicures," right? She made it clear. I guess people didn't read the caption because half the comments were like, "That's so bad for your dog. Take off that nail polish. What nail polish are you using?" She put it in the comment, man. She said, "It's fine."
It says it. Says it. It's right there. Fucking hell. People.
But you know what pisses me off even more now? I think we talked about this a little bit. Is I've never been a big fan of recording people being shitty and putting it online because people are allowed to be shitty. And I think that them getting fired from their jobs or getting death threats from people online because they were shitty is the punishment does not fit the crime in that case. But what makes me even angrier is people just living their lives and someone decides to record them to mock them and put it online. It just leave people the fuck alone. Yeah. Leave people the fuck alone. Like, there was one, it was a couple in a restaurant with their son and he was wearing a VR mask and people were going crazy in the comments. It's like, what? They're minding their own business. Their kid is there entertaining himself. What difference would it make if it was an iPad or a phone? Or when I was a kid, they used to give you crayons and an activity placemat to keep the kids busy. Like, you're trying to keep your kid busy. We live in an age where that's how you do it. But people are like, look at this couple, like, fucking off with their kids. Like, maybe they're having an adult conversation. The kid didn't want to be out for dinner. Entertain the kid. He doesn't want to listen to mom and dad talk about the fucking mortgage. Like,
exactly.
Just leave people alone. Let them be.
And I think probably a lot of those people don't have children, perhaps, because they don't consider, like, if you've got this kid 24 hours of the day, you need some fucking time to yourself.
And it's like, this kid is like 11 or 12. He doesn't want to sit and have a conversation with his parents over dinner. Like, that's boring. Maybe they've already had that conversation and now he's entertaining himself. Yeah. Just leave people alone when they're just living their lives and minding their own business. That makes me so mad.
And then especially when it's... Huh?
No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, but when they do it with people who are clearly in mental health distress, and it might be a meth addict or it might be somebody flipping out or something like that, and then they record them, you just think that could be you one day.
Those people, like, that person needs help. They don't need your mockery.
Exactly.
They don't need your pity. They don't need your mockery. They need help.
Yeah. And then I figure everybody should spend at least one day sitting in a drug rehab clinic, just sitting in the waiting room to see the kind of people that come through. People always think it's like some like strung out heroin addict or something. But no, it's fucking people like me. It's people like you. It's old people, young people.
One of the scariest movies also books I ever read wasn't even a horror movie or book. It was Requiem for a Dream by Hubert Selby Jr. Have you ever seen it or read it?
I know the name, but I haven't seen it or read
It's
it.
definitely it was a really well done movie adaptation of the book. But it's 4 people. So there's an older woman, her son, his girlfriend, and his friend. The son and his girlfriend and friend are all addicted to heroin. And so like he comes in and like steals her TV, takes to the pawn shop. She's used to it. She goes back to the pawn shop, gets her TV, brings it back. Like it's this cycle. But then she gets this letter that she's going to be on this. She's been selected for a game show. So she wants to lose weight to fit into this dress. So she starts taking these diet pills. That's just speed. So like she is deepening into her addiction. At the same time, we're watching her son and his friends get deeper into their addictions and like what they do. Like his arm gets infected. He loses his arm. His girlfriend is now like doing these like weird sex shows to make money to get heroin. But like it's just, you watch them all descend from what started like, I'm just going to take this pill to lose a few pounds for the show. And that fucking terrifies me because that could be anybody at any time.
Yeah. And it kind of, it salami slices your life up. Like, so you start off and you think, oh, I'll just take those couple of diet pills, not knowing its speed and not knowing the effects of it. And then gradually your ethics and your morals and your norms will just be salami sliced away. And then before you know it, you're given hand jobs behind a fast food restaurant or something. No, I know that's weirdly specific. I haven't done that.
But it's no one ever thinks it's going to happen to them until it happens to them.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I think we just need to have a bit more compassion and empathy because everyone thinks it's like when people walk past people who are, you know, like homeless and they judge them. It's like they didn't start that way. Exactly. Right? Like there was this circumstances that led them there, whether by choice or by chance. That's where they are. And that could be, right? Like you talk to anybody for 5 minutes, they're like, either they came from a broken home that it was safer for them to leave than to be there, or shit happens, jobs get lost, circumstances arise where you just can't afford it anymore. So what do you do?
Yeah. I think what people hate me recommending this book because it's by J.K. Rowling, but people should read Casual Vacancy because it does it about like it's basically just Middle England, and it's like a nice little quaint English town, and it follows a bunch of characters around, but it's like a traditional English town in the sense that it's got like the upper class people, middle class, and you've got like the working class area and the people on welfare and everything. And it talks about the issues of them interacting and the kind of issues that they all have in their aspect of society. And it really is, it would be eye-opening for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't like the book. I think it's because they couldn't live with the truth that it was telling people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Everybody wants to have blinders on and not
it doesn't
see
exist.
things from a distance, right? Like I'll donate to this charity that helps children in a developing part of the world, but I will ignore the children in my town that are going to school hungry every day.
And then homeless problems like Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Austin happen because they don't want to deal with that aspect of it, you know? There was a guy I think it was in LA, he developed, I think it's like he owned a construction company or something, and he designed low-cost temporary housing for homeless people in Los Angeles. And then, so he started setting them all up, and they started giving these homeless people these little shanty homes, basically. And the local government shut it down, wouldn't let him do it.
Why?
They didn't want him doing it. Like, there was a woman, I think in her 60s, I think it might have been Texas, I might be wrong. She was feeding the homeless and got arrested.
Yeah, I saw that. And she's like, I'm just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. And she found loopholes in the laws and stuff to be able to keep doing it.
What? But they're pro-life.
Yeah, right.
It's fucking crazy. I think Georgia there's a bill that they're putting forward that a woman caught having an abortion would be eligible for the death penalty.
Oh. And they've brought back the firing squad, I think. So
pro-life.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, this was a depressing end.